welcome back to another video, guys, and check this out. This is the Halo. My cat's decided to go mental, scratching her scratch post. I put my camera on her scratch post so that it's actually up high because I don't have a tripod, and she decided to go mental. Anyway, this is the Master Chief. This is Halo 3, the Legendary Edition. It's the Master Chief helmet, and I thought I'd show it off. Normally, it's up there on top of my bookshelf, so you've probably seen this in the background of a couple of videos. Maybe your eye hasn't been drawn to it, but we've got it today, and sort of sitting there behind him somewhere is Master Chief holding my Xbox Series X controller. So I thought, I've got to get this down, I've got to show you the Master Chief Legendary Edition Halo 3 helmet. Now sadly you can't put it on. That's the one thing Bungie messed up on. Imagine if you could put this on. This thing would have been amazing. Just look at that. Now it might be a bit dusty. I did give it a dust down before this video, but it's been sat, like I say, on top of that bookshelf for years. That's what the underside of it looks like. It's got sort of a cutout there so that it can sit on this stand. Check this out, let's get you a close-up of it. I mean, look at the detail on that. That is perfectly modelled. It is very plastic, but now, this is what we used to get in collector's editions, guys. People have probably seen me complaining on my other videos about getting postcards in the Star Wars collector's edition, getting postcards in the South Park collector's edition. Those games, their collector's editions, cost close to hundreds of pounds, £100 easy, $100, £100, whatever it is. Oh, she's going mental on the scratch post again. She wants attention, that's what it is. This is what we used to get when we bought something that cost £100, collector's editions. This is what 2007 was like, guys. And check this out, if you are old enough to remember 2007, back when people didn't have fast internet, back when broadband wasn't a thing, back when fibre wasn't a thing, check this out. So this is the Halo 3 collector's tin. As you might expect, you get in a collector's edition. And look at that. Virgin Media Halo 3 deal. Get free Xbox Live and speeds of up to, get this, 20 megabit. Wow! Blazing fast 20 megabit when you join Virgin Media. Nowadays, no one would dare advertise that, but that was their selling point back in the day. In 2007, 20 megabit. Jesus Christ. And what were they charging for that? For 20 megabit of broadband, they were charging £18.50 for the first 3 months, and then £37 thereafter. Jesus Christ. Right. Anyway, we've got the game disc in here. We've got an art book sitting back there, which I'll get out in a moment. And I just want to say, this collector's tin is pretty immaculate. There's one little scuff up there that you could probably just see, but apart from that, there are no dents. There's hardly, oh, I can't see a scratch on it. This is perfect. Now let's get this other side open. Weirdly, it opens in opposites. So what we've got here, if I can spin this round, this is the limited edition disc. So you've got like videos on here of the making of Halo, which is actually really good. I've sat down and watched this start to finish. It's brilliant. And you've also got, strangely, if you put this in an Xbox 360, you've got a game on there that's like, I don't really know how to explain it. It's sort of like Tetris. If you imagine you're in that little rectangular box in Tetris and things are like bombs are falling down and you're in a warthog. I can't really quite remember it. It was nearly 20 years ago when I played it. But it's just this weird arcade game where the bombs are coming down and the warthog's blowing up and you've got to try and cause as much destruction as you can. But yeah, really, really cool. And of course, we've got the plastic cover for it. That is also in very good condition. Get that back on there. And that is just the iconic photo of Master Chief there. That was the picture of 2007. And it's great because the reason this is in such good condition is because Bungie had the thought to, hey, let's just store the games in the stand for the helmet. So you just slide that down there very carefully, making sure not to drop it. You pop the helmet back on to display it. And your games are protected. Just that little bit of thought, somebody that loves a product so much that they put that tiny bit of thought and care into it. Nearly 20 years later, that game is near immaculate condition because it's been stored like that. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, and I don't know myself if these are actually the numbered units or if this is just a random number. But you can see there's a number on the back, and that may or may not tell you what edition you have, what number of, like 1 of 50 or, that kind of thing. But I think given that it's in the 500,000s, it's probably just a number. And look at that there, that's where Master Chief would stick his little chip in for Cortana. I've got to say, this has had I've moved house a few times, so this has had a few beatings over the years. Look at that, it pains me to show it, but I'm honest. Look at the white paint chipping off there, oh dear. And look at the detail there on the top of the helmet. It's got those ridges. I never even knew Master Chief had ridges on his helmet there until I saw this. But, just look at it. It's such a good thing to look at. This is what we used to get back in the day, guys, for collector's editions. Forget your postcards, forget your pin badges. This is what we used to get. Now, I don't want to be one of those people that harp on about nostalgia because, in all fairness, I've had a look at the South Park Snow Day Collector's Edition. Now, granted, South Park Snow Day hasn't been very well received, not a great game, but they did some cool stuff for that. I think you get a figurine, and then you also get like a South Park themed snow globe that just looks brilliant. So you still do get amazing collector's editions these days, but look at that. Now, Microsoft did go all out on Halo 3, so it's no surprise we got a collector's edition like this, because Halo 3 was the console seller for the Xbox 360, and my god, what a game it was. What a game it was. I think I spent most of my time in custom games, like just playing all kinds of stuff. Like there was Duck Hunt. Do you remember there used to be one sniper and he also had a rocket launcher, like in a high tower somewhere, and your job as the players was to go around this obstacle course racetrack and try and get there before he sniped you or blew you up. Trash compactor, where there was a guy with a gravity hammer at the top of this like tube, and there was machines that would ping stuff at you, so he would choose what objects to throw down the trash compactor and it would ping it to like 12 other people in the game, and it's sort of like last one standing wins. Absolutely classic game modes. I mean, Omega Journey, they're all coming back to me. Do you remember the file share on Halo 3 where you could put funny screenshots, cool game modes that you've made, maps? And if you didn't play Halo 3, guys, if you're a younger viewer that didn't play Halo 3, this is the genius of Bungie and Halo 3. We had something called the file share, which is every single player in the game that you encountered online had like 6 slots that they could put anything they wanted in, screenshots, videos, map, game variants, or the map itself. And that is how the game, that's how the custom games got shared around. You would see a game on somebody's file share and you'd be scrambling before the game started to download it. I want that, that's the only way I can get it, I want that game. And you know, some of these games would be hard to get, or you wouldn't see them around, like, because they would become popular. My cat's running around again. They would become popular, and then a new thing would come around and knock that one off, and people would take it off their file shares. So unless you still had that old classic game mode on your Xbox 360 hard drive, it kind of vanished. And you know, some people might see that as a downside, but back in the day, that was just how things were, and it was just, it's almost like the mystery that it forced and the scarcity that kind of technology forced made everything a little bit more special. Like nowadays, when you've got access to everything everywhere all at once, you don't cherish like that game mode or that map that you played once upon a time, because you know you can get it anytime. There'll be a mod for it, or you can... My cat's going crazy. I'll stop rambling. You can get them anywhere. But back in the day, it just made it that little bit more special, because you knew someone that had that map, and they would come online. It'd be like, oh, come on, guys, we're all going to play that game. So and so's online, and he's the only one that's got it. it just created such an atmosphere. It was really, really good. But yeah, the Master Chief helmet, legendary Halo 3 Collector's Edition for Xbox 360. Just look at the detail on that. I mean, they've even modelled the back bits and stuff that would just be where you put the helmet. It's even modelled. And I'm sure, I bet I could probably take this black part out if I undid all these screws, and probably mod this to be wearable, but who wants to do that? This is just such a cool piece on its own. Right then guys, I think I'll leave it at that. 10 minutes, quite a short one for me, so thanks for watching. If you want to see anything else, let me know. I've got a couple more things on the way. I've got a couple more things that I'm planning to show off. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Like the video, it really helps me out. I'm a small channel, so a like really, really helps. But yeah, see you in the next one.